Thanks for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I am Prisca Julien. In the headlines, Dominica deploys human resource to BVI and Barbuda. Regional bodies respond to Hurricane Irma victims, and small business development top priority for Grand Bay Village Council. Stay with us for details of these and other developing stories after this.
When you think about it, food is life. That's why people come to Dominica. They don't only come for the waterfall or the scenery or the views, but it's the flavor. Sometimes it is just what they can taste. The flavors that we have here, you can't find anywhere in the world. They are truly unique. I've been in business 17 years, and I see so many guests come and go. My business is to put a smile on their face and something good in their belly. Everything we serve here is local. It comes from all over Dominica. So we get fresh lettuce, or vegetable, or fish from Saint-Sauveur, all our product from the farm. Sometimes go on the farm and help them pick. The uniqueness of the experience is in how authentic it is. I heard the taxi driver promoting my plantain chips. I said, that's the best plantain chips I ever have. I don't have to go and put on TV. Money is not everything, but leaving customer with a smile, friendly service, and they will come back. This is the real Dominica. I'm just proud to be a part of it. My name is Maurice Smith. They call me Rudy. Tourism is my business.
Thanks for staying with us. The Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, has made it clear that he does not subscribe to the idea of a mass evacuation of Dominicans from the countries affected by Hurricane Irma. Honorable Skerrit, at a press conference on Monday, remarked that many Dominicans play a critical role in these societies and their efforts are needed in the rebuilding process.
I think it would be a badly conceived idea. And it is something that should not be encouraged. Our Dominicans in these islands are a part of the community in St. Martin and the BVI, and we believe that they have a responsibility to remain there and to assist with the rebuilding of these countries, because in many of these countries, the Dominicans play a very critical role in the economic and social development of these countries. And if they were to be removed, extracted from these islands, it would make it even more difficult for these countries to recover from the disaster.
The Honorable Prime Minister says, however, that government is willing to assist those that are most vulnerable, such as students, to return home.
What we are doing and what we will do as a government is that persons who, for one reason or the other, because of the vulnerabilities, you may have also children in school who want to continue school, we will assist them in transporting them to Dominica. As a matter of fact, we have gotten a commitment from the president of the Regional Council of Martinique. He's making a ferry available for 150 seats. I was just speaking to CARICOM. CARICOM also, based on Saturday meeting and of course this morning, also coordinating the airlifting of CARICOM nationals who, for one reason or the other, there's some people who are there for holidays. There are people who are on short stays and who want to come back because they do not have a physical presence or permanence in those islands.
Meantime, Hurricane Irma has left some of the islands battered by heavy winds and rain with a security issue. In the case of the British Virgin Islands, the state prison was damaged, and in other islands, a number of people have been displaced, leaving properties exposed. At a press conference on Monday, the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, briefed the nation on his visit to some of the countries affected, including the BVI and Anguilla. In addition to cash contributions of over $2 million and the provision of dry goods and water, the Prime Minister informed that Dominica is also deploying human resource in response to the disaster.
We're deploying police officers to the BVI and Barbuda. In the BVI, there are several prisoners who have escaped from the prisons, several of them. So that poses a security threat to the island, and also in Barbuda, of course, to avoid people coming in and taking advantage of the situation, to ensure that there is proper security. And of course, we sent in some personnel to BVI yesterday. I saw them at the airport in BVI as part of the CDMO team, and we prepared to provide additional human resources to these islands based on the request. So we are keeping in touch with governments and doing all we can.
Also this news time, the nation's leader has been instrumental in mobilizing support from the region for countries in the Caribbean ravaged by Hurricane Irma. On the Prime Minister's request, an urgent meeting of the CARICOM member states was convened to coordinate the region's response to Irma.
That meeting was convened on Saturday the 9th of September, where a number of issues were discussed and a number of actions taken for follow-up action by CARICOM. I've also been assisting the chairman of the OECS, Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Alan Shastiny. And as a matter of fact, as you would have known, I also accompanied him to visit physically the BVI, Tortola, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua.
The meeting also discussed the possibility of Dominica supplying bulk water to the affected islands.
Now we are looking at the possibility of using barges, get these inflated containers, place on the barge, fill it up with water, and have it transported to these islands. So we are working with CARICOM on this. We're exploring, Dominicans have exploring with other countries, and also CARICOM for the Secretary General has been exploring with friendly governments and institutions to see whether we can have those badges. There's some badges available. What we need now are the containers, the containers to have these waters to fill up with water, so that on an ongoing basis we will be in a position to supply drinking water to these countries in bulk. Because the bottled water is fine, but in terms for cooking and even for bathing and sanitation and so forth, the bulk water is critical.
As chairman of the Monetary Council, the Honorable Prime Minister also proposed that the countries belonging to the currency union be assisted.
Council has accepted that suggestion and approved $1 million EC dollars to Antigua and Barbuda, $1 million EC dollars to Anguilla, and $250,000 to St. Kitts and Nevis to assist them in response to this storm. The board of directors of the bank, that suggestion didn't come from me, but the board of directors of the bank suggested that Dominica should have received a contribution for the damage at the Douglas Childs Airport, but I respectfully declined the offer of assistance to Dominica because, this is what has happened in other territories is complete, is extremely pale, the devastation in our member territories.
Hurricane Irma has left thousands displaced in the Caribbean and left billions of dollars in damage when the monster storm made its way through the island chain last week. Prime Minister Skerrit expressed confidence that as a resilient people, these countries will recover with the right moral and tangible support. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I've been in the business for over 16 years. I get up in the mornings and I look forward to having the next cruise ship berth on island. When the visitor steps off the ship, the first impression is me. And I believe that I need to put my best foot forward and to ensure that everything I do it to the best of my ability. Based on my recommendation, visitors go to various sites, restaurants, bars, and vendors. I take that responsibility very seriously. I would like that the guest receives the same service that I have provided to that individual or guest. This business is bigger than me. Everybody plays a role. The cleaner who cleans my bus, my mechanic who does my checks, those persons ensure that I provide a quality service to the guest. The tourism dollar doesn't just stop with me. It allows me to pay the bank, visit the supermarket to feed myself and family, and have a drink with friends. My name is Jenna Gist. and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. Returning chairman of the Grand Bay Village Council, Edward Regis, hopes to work for the further development of small business in Grand Bay. Regis was speaking at the 17th inaugural meeting of the Village Council at the Grand Bay Community Center on Monday. Appreciative of the support government has given to the small business sector in that part of the island, he plans on representing those who still require assistance with their entrepreneurial endeavors.
Council is also happy about the small businesses which received support from the Small Business Support Program. However, there are a number of small businesses which still await assistance, and we intend to represent their needs to central government.
He underscored the importance of small businesses to sustenance of the community, noting that support of residents and the council to small businesses is imperative for the continuation of community development.
They provide employment. They have sustained us for many years. And here in Grand Bay, small business development is something that is a tradition in many ways. We've done this for over a century. Murderway Shop is an example. Murderway Shop is over 100 years. And every day for 100 years and more has flung its doors open to serve the community. So small business development is nothing new to Grand Bay, and we have to ensure that all the other small businesses receive the support that they need.
Also on the cards for the council is the enhancement of sporting facilities in Grand Bay. Chairman Edward Regis explained that this particular sector, like small business, is a staple for the community. He highlighted that sportspersons from this community have played their part in putting Dominica on the map.
Sports has also played a significant part in our way of life in Grand Bay, with many sportsmen and women from our community bringing fame not only to Grand Bay but to Dominica. In the new term, we will seek to raise resources to rebuild the wall at Murtutus Park and to improve the basketball court there. Council will also seek to construct a community gym at Murtutus Park as part of our effort to improve healthy lifestyles in the community. Council will also work with the central government and other sporting entities towards improving the Geneva playing field.
In addition to these programs for the new term, the council will seek to improve the waste disposal system of the community. Other developments include a new approach for the collection of house rates, fundraising activities, resurfacing of roads, and training of human resource in various aspects of community building. Overall, Regis anticipates a productive term for the community.
Council solicits the support of the community to ensure the success of these programs. I therefore anticipate a very productive term of office for this new council and look forward to serving the community well.
The newly inaugurated council comprises 5 men and 3 women. And finally, the Ministry of Health and Environment has planned a month of activities for September in observance of Caribbean Wellness Day. This month marks Dominica's 10th observance of Caribbean Wellness Day under the theme, Love That Body, Fit It Right. Caribbean Wellness Day is an initiative of the CARICOM heads of governments which evolved from a summit on chronic non-communicable diseases held in Trinidad in 2007. Since then, every second Saturday in September is designated as Caribbean Wellness Day to draw attention to non-communicable diseases. Dominica will observe a month of activities in light of this day. GIS News spoke to Health Promotion Officer Mignon Roll Shillingford, who revealed that this year the highlight of the month's observance is a social media campaign in collaboration with youth leaders who have a wide social media influence in Dominica.
This year, Caribbean Wellness Day month, Dominica normally celebrates a month of activities since 2011, is focusing on the youthful population of 15 to 29 years old. And of course, when you think youth, you think 15 to 29, you think social media. You think Facebook, you think WhatsApp, you think Twitter, you think Instagram. So of course, for us to have a month of activity and not go directly into the areas that our youth focus most, I mean, something would be wrong. Okay, so we have decided to do this hashtag love that body, hashtag get fit, don't quit campaign.
The campaign, which was launched on Monday, encourages young people to post pictures, eating healthy meals, and engaging in physical activity. Shillingford believes this campaign is important in getting the message across to a growing number of young people who are affected by non-communicable diseases.
What we are seeing now, there's a shift from a number of older persons presenting with NCDs. So before, when you would speak or you would hear of diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease, it would be predominantly the older persons, because we know with age, a number of conditions come with age, and lifestyle over the years. But right now we're having a number of younger persons presenting with these conditions, with diabetes, with high blood pressure. And you can well imagine what that can do to our economy and our country, because these young people are supposed to be working, being healthy and producing and increasing production and our workforce. But we have a number of young persons coming up with these diseases.
The health promotion officer noted that the campaign aims to inculcate the right mindset for healthy living at an early stage.
We know the burden, of some of these diseases on the individual, family and country. Frequent admissions to hospital, disabilities from maybe loss of legs, amputations, and other things, among other things. So of course we have to start tackling the children. We have to start doing it from birth, of course, and also in terms of the young persons. We want them to change their mindset, because when we are seasoning our ways, by the time we reach adulthood and we are employed, we're doing what we want, it's very difficult. I mean, it's nice telling people they need to change their lifestyles, they need to change their diet. But the truth and the fact is very hard when you have been doing it for so long. So if we get them fit, at an early age, and we bring it into adulthood, it will be something that they're already part of. It is in their makeup, that kind of way. So we are trying to start before.
That's news. Coming up next, your tip of the day.
I've worked in the service industry for 9 years, and I love it because of the people I get to meet every day. And that's one of the reasons I went back to college, to be better able to serve the tourists when they come to our destination, and to be able to learn more about Dominica. I love learning more about Dominica because the more I learn, the more I can share. And I just want to share Dominica with everyone. I'm from Munjan, which is in the southeast of Dominica, and I have lived overseas for 24 years. Living overseas has made me appreciate Dominica and all it has to offer, like taking a walk in the forest, going to the botanical garden, or even drinking fresh Sus water. I never thought I could miss green so much. Even as a student, I'm still directly linked to the tourism industry. From something as simple as giving directions to tourists, or even more involved like an internship at a hotel, or a cleanup campaign with DHTA. As a tourism student, I have made the decision to take my place in this tourism industry. My name is Lucina Nicholas, and tourism is my business.
Depending on the damage caused by a storm, you may not be able to cook or buy food for several days. In some cases, the emergency pile may run short. Here is one tip to ensure your family stays fed during the aftermath of a storm. Create a meal plan for your family for using non-perishables like beans, tuna, pasta, cereal, and canned fruit that leaves you with as few leftovers as possible. For example, 1 can of beans and a couple of cups of cooked rice will feed about 3 people for 1 meal. That's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Prisca Julien. Thanks for watching.